my skin, and not in a good way. Spread me around like fungus. I have mentioned that before. Never mind. I'm just... Well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm 44 from the Netherlands, hence the accent. And today I am chatting with you about my skincare routine. This is basically part of the Makeup 101 for mature skin. And last week my prep video went online and where I basically tell you about prep and what I have noticed and all that. So if you want to know more information, go watch that video. But a lot of you were very curious to see and to hear more in depth about the ingredients that I put on my skin and why. So I have my basket here. I filmed actually my application for this morning. And usually, yeah, the evening application is largely the same. Not gonna lie, with how I apply and how I mix. So yeah, and I will touch on that a little bit later. I also mentioned last week in the video that nutrition is a very big part of it, and I do want to touch on that because I have added some vitamins to my regime. I always use a multivitamin and extra vitamin C. That's also always regardless. But now I have added hyaluronic tablets and amino acid tablets, and that is twofold because I know that they are good for my body. I'm going to leave it at that. I do see a difference in my skin as well. I'm not saying it is the same for you, but I do know though that because my skincare regime is, well, largely the same, and I add some things here and there and I change some things out here and there, but what I have right now is working, I know, because I can see it in my skin, but I also know that this is basically a routine that I have had for quite some time. So when I add something else, like for instance a nutritional value, I can see if it does anything. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that is what I added, and I did want to mention it because, as I said in last week's video, it is not all about what you put on top, it is also what you put in. Yes? Okay. Let me get my basket. So I have my basket here. Maybe I can start with showing you my cotton rounds before I forget, because I know that someone asked. Basically the fabric cotton rounds that I use are these. These are from Action, but these are very soft microfiber. So it's basically the same kind of thing as a makeup eraser, you know? So this is what mine look like. They're very nice actually. Okay, yeah, and I have the equivalent of this, but then in the bigger piece. I don't have the original makeup eraser, but it's the same kind, just cheaper. Works just as well, not gonna lie. Okay, so for morning skincare routine, my morning and my evening are not that different. I do use some things in the morning that I don't use at night and vice versa. Basically, my core regimen has consisted for quite some time of a vitamin B, that's niacinamide, a vitamin C, well, basically vitamin C, and then some form of vitamin A. And vitamin A can be a retinol, it can be a retinoid, it can be tretinoin, it can be, you know. Yes. Why? Well, because I found out when I went researching that that was the best combination that I could use. Basically the ABC of skincare. Vitamin A, I started with... If you want to start with a vitamin A, you can go to retinol if you want to, but you can also go to a retinoid, which is less harsh than a retinol. That is how I started actually. I just started with a retinoid and I did not have any issues whatsoever. So my skin was used to vitamin A before I started to include, it's not different, how do you guys call it again? Retin-A, yeah. Before I started Retin-A, and I don't use Retin-A a lot, I usually forget it. Or a retinol, my skin was already used to some form of vitamin A. The vitamin B, that's niacinamide. I think, touched on that in last week's episode as well. People usually say that it is for acneic skin and oilier skin. Yeah, it is also, but I know that why they are saying that is because niacinamide helps regulate your sebum production, but it is also an antioxidant and it helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It evens out skin tone, it evens out skin texture. It's not a miracle worker, but it is, for me at least, So I have my vitamin B that I use morning and evening. My vitamin C I use in the morning, and then my vitamin A is always at night. So let me show you a little bit. Let me show you the application of my morning skincare routine, and let me talk you through it. What I always use is a spray. I have mine here and you can see it. I always spray my face. I make it myself. I don't know if it is beneficial, but the glycerin that is in there is what helps to lock the moisture in my skin. And I always spray my face because I apply everything on a damp skin. So I start in the morning. I start with a hyaluronic acid serum and I mix it with my niacinamide. Why? Because I do that. Yeah, I'm not a very big fan of a hyaluronic serum. However, the one that I have found that works for me is the one from Hylamide, and that's the Sub Q Skin. This is the only hyaluronic serum, or at least that has more hyaluronic in it, that works with my skin. If I use a pure hyaluronic acid serum, it does not work with my skin. It just makes it very dry. So yeah, I don't think I really need this in my routine. However, when this bottle is empty, I am going to stop it for maybe a week or so and see what my skin does then. And then I can see if I really need it or not. Does that make any sense? But I do really like this one. And then yeah, the niacinamide that I have is the one from The Ordinary. It is for me the best one that I have found. You don't have to. Oh yeah, did I say I mix and match my skincare? I don't know if I did. And how do you layer? You go from thinnest to thickest consistency. Water before oil. It's not that difficult actually. It's quite intuitive, or at least for me it is. So yeah, I just mix a drop of niacinamide and a few drops of Hylamide in the palm of my hand, mix them and put it on my face. Theoretically, I should start with a Hylamide, let that sit and then put the niacinamide on top. I'm just lazy. That's it. So those are my water serums that I use in the morning. And then my eye serum that I use, this one I also only use in the morning because it is also a hyaluronic serum, and that's the Sub Q Eyes. I really like this one. This one I do recommend. And why do I recommend this? Because I have noticed such a difference with this. I only use it during the day. And why do I only use it during the day? Because of the hyaluronic acid that it contains. And if I don't drink enough water, I feel that I have found that hyaluronic acid dries out my skin because it pulls moisture from somewhere. It needs to pull moisture from somewhere. And if I don't drink enough, my skin does, and not in a good way. So I used just this during the day, and it just helped make my under eyes firmer. So yeah, also because it's such a thin consistency, it's very nice. It works beautifully under makeup, and I just use it underneath eye cream as well because I love to wear an eye cream too. The one that I have used today is the one from Badesque, the Hyaluronic Eye Cream. I really like this one as well. So if you don't want an eye serum, I think that this is a very nice cream because I have found that it really worked. It helped. It made my creases here underneath my eyes less. That's what I noticed when I used it. And I noticed it very quickly actually. I have more eye creams here because the other one that I have is the this one. Also from Badesque, and this is more of an eye mask. That's how I use it. So for instance, if I have done an eye swatch video, something like that, this is what I use. It's very thick, and yeah, I just use that. Another eye cream that I really love, and I have tried a bunch of eye creams, guys. The one that I really love as well is from Revolution, the toning boost. So the purpley one, it is also purple. The ingredient that is in here, they say it basically works like a retinoid. I don't know if that's true, but I do really like it. So I actually recommend this one too. You don't need it. Of course you don't need it. If you have an eye cream that you like. Oh, Bacuchioil. I don't know. That's what it says. But I do really like it. Now my under eyes aren't particularly dry, but they are not very overly oily as well. They're pretty normal. They can get dehydrated though. And I do really, yeah, I don't know. I like this cream a lot. One that I also kind of liked, if you like a gel, is the one from Revolution, but then the watermelon. Because this is a gel with watermelon in it. It's almost empty. I like this one as well. especially for summer and then during the day. That's what when I like a gel format, but I don't want one that has too much silicone in it, because then I feel like it slides around too much. Yes, I hope so. Okay, so those were basically my eye creams. Do you need these? No, but these are just the ones that I like the best. That was basically the first, the serum-y part. And then what is always for me during the day is a vitamin C, because I use it to boost up my sunscreen a little bit more. And in the summer a lot of the time I use it twice a day, so I have a vitamin C for in the morning to help boost my sunscreen, and then for the evening to have it as an extra antioxidant, but I don't do that every day. I kind of mix and match. That is why I like to mix and match my skincare, because I just look at what does my skin need, how does my skin look, what do I want to put on top of it. I like that. Me, yes. But yeah, the vitamin C that I like the best and that I find works great underneath makeup, for me at least. Now in winter my skin can get a little bit dehydrated, it's a little bit drier, and in summer it's a little bit more oily. So in summer, when it is very, very hot outside, I actually like to use the vitamin C powder from Revolution, that I then just mix in the palm of my hand. So then I just take a tiny bit, I don't know how much, I just take a little bit, put it in my hand, spray my hydrating toner on top and put that on, so that I have that boost, you know, without adding another layer. This, because this is in a silicone base, yeah, that's basically what it feels like, a little bit silicone-y. I can use this as a moisturizer in the summer as well, underneath my sunscreen. Yes, the moisturizer that I really like and that I actually used during the evening is the one from the Inkey list, the Peptide moisturizer. This is a repurchase. I do really like it. I feel like it locks in moisture very nicely, especially if I use it at night. And I used this at night because I did not have a peptide serum when I got this. So yeah, if you don't want a peptide serum, this is a very nice alternative. Also, for the niacinamide, if you want to start with niacinamide and you like to have the option of using it or not, so you want basically the same kind of skincare that I have, you know, that you mix and match, go to the Inkey list, because that niacinamide is very nice. It's not very potent, which is good if you're just starting out to something like that, and it is not just a one ingredient product, which I like. But for me, the one from The Ordinary works the best. That's just it. So yeah, this is the 60 milliliter bottle, and I'm just going to keep repurchasing that because that one just works the best for me. So yeah, that is basically then my morning skincare routine. So we have the vitamin B in the form of niacinamide, and we have vitamin C, and that is basically it for the morning, because you don't want to put a vitamin A on your skin during the day, because it can make your skin more do they call it photosensitive? Yeah, more sensitive to the sun, basically. If you are using a retinoid, make sure that you really use a really good sunscreen during the day, especially if you're going to go outside. And if you are living somewhere where the sun is almost always shining, make sure that you reapply it regularly as well, because if you are spending money on skincare, you kind of need to make sure that what you repair doesn't get broken down by the sun anymore. Does that make any sense? I hope so. So yeah, that is basically my morning skincare routine. And then I have a bunch of stuff for the evening as well. So what do I use in the evening? Well, I don't use my Hylamide or my Sub Q stuff in the evening, as I have already explained it. The niacinamide, one time I do use it. Sometimes I also forget to use it, but usually I use this one as well. And I like a peptide. I have noticed that when I don't have a nice peptide in my routine, I can see a difference in my skin. And for me personally, this one isn't enough. Then the peptide moisturizer, it just isn't potent enough. It's a very nice moisturizer still. That's why I moved it to the evening or to the morning, because the peptide serum that I use at night. The one that I use is the one from The Ordinary. It's the nicest one. No, yeah, it's the best one that I have found for me. Again, you don't have to use the same stuff, the same products that I have, but that is what I like. I have tried the Matrixol and I've tried the Buffet, and I like the Buffet the best. The Buffet that I have now is the Buffet with Copper Peptides because I wanted to try it. I don't know if it is, besides the fact that it is way more expensive than the normal Buffet. I got it on sale in the Black Friday sale though. I don't know if it does more than their regular Buffet. I don't know. I have this bottle which is about here, and I also have a backup of this. I kind of want to see if the normal Buffet does the same thing. So in one moment in time I'm going to try the difference. But I just like the Buffet a lot. I can see a difference in my skin. When I'm not using it, I don't know, I feel that the texture is getting more, that my lines are deepening up a little bit, and that, I don't know, I just see it in my skin. I don't really know how to explain it. I know that when I'm not using it and then when I add it again, my skin is like, woohoo, we have it again. Same with the niacinamide. It's just, I don't know, I can see that my skin is happy. Does that make sense? I hope so. So yeah, but this I also mix. So this is a blue one. So what I do is I clean my face twice. I think I have mentioned that in the last week's video as well. Yeah, I know I did. My first cleanse is a micellar water, a 2-step micellar water that you need to shake up, especially if I am wearing makeup. If I'm not wearing makeup and just sunscreen, then I just use a balm cleanser. But I just like it more when I use the micellar water first to break everything up, and I use it on this. And then I go in with a balm cleanser or sometimes an oil cleanser. I just have a balm cleanser right now. And then I smear that on my face, and I give my face a nice gentle massage as well, because you don't want to talk too much. And then I wipe it off with a wet microfiber cloth thing. And then I go into I dab my face dry, and then I go into skincare, and I start again with spraying my face. I'm not going to show you because I didn't film it, but I start again with spraying my face, and then comes these two, so my niacinamide and my Buffet. I mix them like I did in the morning routine with this one and this one. I just mix them in the palm of my hand, and then I spread it on. So then I kind of let that sit. I spray again, I let that sit, and then I go in with an eye cream. Usually, is that yeah, usually I go in with an eye cream. A lot of the time it's this one because I just like it so much. But I interchange it with the hyaluronic one. I don't know, do I recommend one over the other? I do feel that this one from Mario Badesque sinks in a little bit quicker because it's a little bit thinner. Yeah, this is a little bit of a thicker consistency. I don't know, I like them both. I have repurchased this one a few times. Usually I get it on sale. I have repurchased it a few times, and I'm going to repurchase this one again when it runs out. I really do like it. So yeah, I like both. I don't know. I like both. That's basically it. So I kind of interchange, and sometimes I use that other one, the face mask or the mask, you know. So that's an eye cream. I tap it on, and then I spray my face again because I like that. I do that in summer as well, by the way. Then now, especially in winter, consists of a moisturizer and an oil. And I love me my oil, and I have a few oils here. I have Squalane. I like it. I like the Squalane from I have my oils from The Ordinary as well, because they are cheap and good. At least I think so. I like the Squalane, but I like the normal Squalane more. I love the normal Squalane actually. If my face feels a tad dry, or maybe, I don't know, when I feel I need it, I use it. Sometimes I use it during the day as well. I just really love Squalane. I also love the Borage Seed oil. This is one that everyone needs to have if you can get over the smell. I don't think it stinks though. I kind of like the smell that it has, but this is just such a good product. This has been a repurchase for me. If I can only buy one thing from The Ordinary, it would be this one. Just saying. We put it on everything. When my face is irritated, I put it on, I mix it in a moisturizer, or I just slap it on my face. When we have new tattoos, I use it. When I just got my septum piercing done, I put it on a cotton bud and then just basically tapped it into place and then twisted my piercing so that it went into the wound as well. I have found that it helps with healing. It's not, I don't know if it does that for everyone, but for me, I smear it literally on everything. If I need something that's a bit more inclusive, I go to a calendula ointment, because they don't have this in an ointment. But I also can mix it with my cream. So this is the one that I mentioned last week as well. This is from Bepanthen. This is for dry and sensitive skin. It's also a cream. I don't know if it is just for the Netherlands though. This is basically, if you've had a baby or if you've had a tattoo and you live here, you basically know the brand Bepanthen. So yeah, this is, I really, really like this cream. This is a thicker consistency, and it contains very, very nice ingredients. So it has glycerin in it. It has olive oil or olive fruit oil, which I like for my skin, in it. It has a lot of ingredients that lock moisture in. It has shea butter, niacinamide, alba seed. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. Squalane and rosemary. And it also had, didn't it have ceramides in it as well? Yeah, ceramide 3. I needed to read where it was. It has ceramides in it as well. So amazing for repairing your skin barrier and keeping that healthy. I love this. This is my nighttime moisturizer. So what do? I can show you a little bit on my hand because my hands are dry anyway. So what I do is I just take some. Usually for my face I take more than this. And then I grab an oil if I want to. So I either grab a normal oil or I grab my Retinol 0.5 in Squalane from The Ordinary that I bought on a whim last year, and I am actually falling in love with. But I like Squalane anyway. So I also have the one from the Inkey list, the Retinol. So when this one runs out, when I run out of this one, I will probably use up the Inkey list and then see which one I like best. But yeah, basically I have it on my hand. Let's grab the Squalane. So what I do then is I have it on my hand and I do just a few drops of oil and then I mix. And that is going on my face usually, but now I'm just using it as a hand cream. And I really, really like doing that. Hell, I can even mix in my water serums with my moisturizer if I wanted to. I could create a batch if I wanted to. I don't though, because I don't know, I like it. I feel like a little itty bitty chemist and I really like mixing and matching my skincare. But I can totally understand if you do not. So if you do not, first off, start with a moisturizer that you like to use. That works for you, you know, that you like the consistency of, that you just, I don't know, that you can vibe with, you know. I do advocate a moisturizer without a sunscreen in it, because the sunscreen ingredients take up a lot of room. That could be nice ingredients. What do I recommend for ingredients then? I recommend niacinamide. I recommend ceramides. If you feel that that your skin barrier is compromised, I think that you need ceramides. Yes, so look for the ceramide ingredient. I love niacinamide. I think that the glycerin should be high up in the ingredient list, because that is a fantastic ingredient that just locks moisture in. And the vitamin C. So basically you have your A, B and C. You know, you have your B vitamin, that's your niacinamide. You have your vitamin C, just a vitamin C. It can just be a derivative that is in your moisturizer, or it can be something else. Like for instance, I have a separate serum. And this one that I use from Revolution has 12.5% in it. They also have one that's 2.5%. So you start slow, you know, start slow and then build up the tolerance, or at least that's what everyone is always saying. Yeah, so A, B and C, I think that's it. I forgot to say what vitamin C does. Vitamin C is just anti-inflammatory. It is great antioxidant. It has a lot of studies behind it, and it's just great. It's just a great ingredient. The vitamin A helps to speed up cell turnover and can be the highest form, or the one that has the most. This is the most irritating almost, is the pure vitamin A, which is a tretinoin, for instance, or a differin is also one. It's a brand name though. A Retin-A is also a brand name. That is the highest, the purest form that you can get, but it's also can be also the most irritating. And then you have retinol, which is a derivative which can be also pretty irritating and pretty drying as well. And then you have retinoids. Retinoids are the most gentle. So yeah, if you want to add something like this, you know, if you have a moisturizer that you really like and works for you, but you want to add one of these ingredients that's not in there, you can always get a separate one, you know, and then yeah, use that underneath. If you want to, I will list all the products that I'm talking about that I'm using down below. If you want to add anything, add it slow. You know, you never know how your skin will react to something. And for instance, if you want to add, I don't know, if you want to add a niacinamide from The Ordinary, don't just slap it on your face, the half the bottle twice a day immediately. You know, just, I don't know, start in the evening and just with a few drops and put it on, and then see how you wake up in the morning, and then wait a day, and then maybe use it again in the evening, see how your skin holds up, and then wait a day, you know, like that. If you really understand your skin and you have no problems, yeah, you can just add it in the routine. I think that's usually what I do. But yeah, my skin can handle it and likes certain things, and I can easily see when my skin doesn't like anything. I think that is going to be it, guys. I don't really know. Oh yeah, the layering, that's what I wanted to say. So layering is, as I said, from thinnest to thickest consistency, water before oil. It's not that difficult because oil seals. You know, oil stays on top of water, and the water stuff you want to get into your skin the deepest, and you basically close everything off with an oil. That's it. You can do a moisturizer before an oil, you can do an oil before a moisturizer, whatever you want there. I mix, as you saw. So that's what I do, because I just like that the best, and make a rich cream, you know, I like that the best. But if I feel like, I don't know, especially in summer when that is too rich for me, I either just go for an oil or I just go for a moisturizer. I don't really like to push products, because products can be very personal. I would rather push ingredients, and the reason why I'm using that, and I kind of hope that that is what came through this video. Do I have a skincare playlist? I think I do. So I will leave that there as well, because I have separate videos, morning separate video and an evening separate video, and it is largely the same what I'm using now. So yeah, maybe I'm even a little bit more in depth there. I don't remember. It has been a while. But yeah, this was another episode in my Makeup 101 for mature skin. But this, you know, I think can be beneficial to everyone. So if you feel that you know someone that can benefit from this knowledge, point them in my direction or share the video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I am here at the side so I can show you the members. You will see them scrolling on the screen right now. If you want to become a member, there is a link to join in the description box. Did I already say that this was a members only video? I don't remember if I said that, but it is. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this and the rest, yeah, hear me chat about why I'm mixing foundation shades. You have to be a member to watch the video. It is what it is. So yeah, it is coming though. It's not online yet, but it is coming, I hope, this Wednesday at the latest. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I already said that, didn't I? Yeah. I'm just going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.